Hey, Kyra, how do you view this tournament for somebody like you who's had the game taken away from her for different reasons? How much do you cherish an opportunity like a Big 12 tournament, and you might appreciate it more than the next person?
Yeah, absolutely. Every game is a blessing for sure, especially after having it taken away for so long. Especially since this will be like my last year playing college ball. Every single game matters. And that's just how we approach it. You know, you can't take anything for granted. And this is the most exciting time of college basketball. So just trying to go out here and enjoy every moment, and at the same time, just value every possession and stay present.
Just a quick follow-up, with not a lot of people expecting you to go run the table at this thing, does that maybe help you guys keep you loose? It's like, hey, we got nothing to lose. Let's go play our game and be loose and have fun.
For sure. We're not trying to put any pressure on ourselves, but at the same time hold ourselves to the standard that Texas has set. Yeah, I mean, we don't have anything to lose. You know, nobody's picked us for anything, and that's kind of the beauty of it. You know, so we're just gonna go out here and play Texas basketball and show everybody what we've been working on all season to get to this point.
Thanks.
Danny, go ahead.
We're kind of going off that, how ready is this team for the postseason to kind of showcase what this season has been leading up to since November?
I mean, we're ready. I think we're peaking at the right time. We're getting better. Even though it's March, we're still getting better, which just goes to show how great this team is going to be, not only this year, but years to come. So we're ready. We're focused, we're locked in, and we're ready to just take on the entire Big 12 for the next 3 days.
How different is postseason basketball than regular season basketball?
Practices are shorter. That's kind of nice. But no, everybody's just locked in. The energy is different. Once March hits and, you're looking around the league and you're seeing, people peaking at the right time. Teams are still getting better. The competition is a lot more focused. The games are closer. The landscape of college basketball kind of shifts when it gets to this point of the season, which is cool to see.
Jeff, go ahead.
You said that you guys are peaking at the right time. What are some, tangible improvements that you've seen over the past few months?
Yeah, I think just our ability to not just play different lineups, but be effective in those different lineups. We're a very versatile team. We have players that can play like 4 different positions. So just seeing people, get more comfortable again, like our chemistry has gotten so much better and it's still improving over the season with these different lineups. So, it'll be exciting to see us go out tomorrow and just stay focused and play our basketball. So.
Is it tough to, look at this Iowa State team and just take it as this is just another opponent and not, get too cocky or think too much about the fact that y'all beaten them twice and just take this as this is a different game and not focus on those other 2 wins?
I wouldn't say it's tough. I think it does take a level of maturity and a level of focus to do that. Beating a team twice is great, but beating a team 3 times is hard. They're motivated, we're motivated at the same time. So, I mean, we can't look at those 2 wins and say that this next game is a given, because it's absolutely not. They're coming for our necks. They're coming from the Texas. They're coming for the Texas across our chest. So, I mean, we can't dwell on those 2 wins. We just have to come at it as a new game and just stay focused and locked in and do it a 3rd time.
Defensively, this team can shoot. What kind of challenges that put on you, especially, as someone who's, going to be defending on the perimeter, knowing that they're probably going to be, jacking up some threes tomorrow?
Yeah, we definitely have to locate shooters, spot up with them, but at the same time, being help size. So, I mean, it's just going to, again, take a lot of focus. We've gone over the scout and everything. So we're just going to have to stay locked in, stay connected. Our defensive chemistry is going to be key this game.
Last one for me. I mean, the big news on Sunday, other than y'all's win, was Charlie kind of announcing her future. What was your reaction to that, and what kind of player is she going to be at the next level?
Man, I'm so excited for her. I'm so excited. She deserves it. She's worked hard, and you've heard me talk about like how she's been a pro since the first day that I met her. So I mean, she's gonna be an incredible player at the next level, and I think everybody sees that. So I'm super happy for her. Super happy for her, and I'm blessed to be able to be her teammate this year.
Thank you, Tyler.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
All right. Well, good afternoon. Hope you guys are doing well. We're just finished our workout this morning, had a good workout in preparation for Iowa State. Team we haven't seen in, over a month. We played them pretty close together, about 2 weeks apart earlier in the year in January. And man, they're really playing well, doing some different things. But their kids are playing with a lot of confidence. Of course, they're shooting the ball really well. They had 23 offensive rebounds in their last conference game. So, they're just, Bill's got them really, really playing and clicking. So we'll have our hands full tomorrow. We're going to have to be really solid defensively. Again, we can't get into a big high scoring ball game. So we've got to really try to lock in and keep people from doing some things to us. And at the same time, we've got to execute and score. We really did a great job at their place and executed some really good half court stuff. Our guards were attacking the rim. Charlie was exceptional inside. And so we're going to have that same execution tomorrow offensively. But again, they're just, they're doing some things different that we didn't have to deal with the first time. And they've had some awfully good wins. And so we're going to have to play really well tomorrow.
Yes, go ahead.
Coach, we've talked a lot this year about.
I can't hear him.
No?
I can't hear him. I'm supposed to have these in. Hold on, this. There we go. Go ahead.
Well, I thought I hadn't muted. It's like, I know it's not muted anyway. But we've talked a lot about the challenges that this first year for you and your staff. I mean, it's just a different year. That said, now that you're here, what do you like about this squad, or your squad, that you think, hey, this team could make some noise in this tournament?
Well, I certainly, I said, it's funny you asked that, because I said this to myself the other day. I'd love to have another month with them. I just think we've gotten better. They're starting to understand the importance of things and attention to detail, focus in my practices, those kinds of things. And I just, I can see us getting better. And I kind of wish it was the end of January and, the beginning of March. And, we're still getting better every day, and our better, which, kind of been an Achilles all year. And so I just see us really doing so. We'll have a very, very limited bench now. Won't go into, but we'll some probably bench, and it's gonna. So again, it's kind of this way all year. We've had some challenges all year long. So we're gonna have some tomorrow too.
Do you think it's just following up that because there aren't a ton of expectations on this young team to win this tournament, do you think that helps their psyche, that they can come in, play loose, and do their thing?
Yeah, I do think our kids are, the ones that are going to play tomorrow, they're excited about it, and obviously we're going to have some other kids step up that maybe haven't played as much or haven't started. And so, it's going to be, our team is excited. I mean, I will, and I'm excited to see them play. I like a big challenge myself. So, I think we're all going to be excited in the morning when we play. Playing at 10:30 in the morning, I don't think I've ever had to play a game at 10:30 in the morning. Even when you go to the islands and play over there, I don't think anybody's scheduled. And the other part of that is you got to get up and test at 6:30. So that means you're getting up before 6:30. And so it's a crazy deal, but a lot of people doing a lot of things to make this tournament happen, and you certainly appreciate that.
Danny, go ahead.
Vic, I know you said you don't want to go into details, but are these COVID related, or are they just injury?
No, they're not COVID related.
Okay. Um,
And they're not discipline issues either. So, yeah.
Going back to Sunday, Charlie's announcement after the game, what was kind of your reaction to that? How much, I guess, insight had you given her? And I guess, how excited are you for her to take that next step and close out her career?
Yeah. Well, you have to be excited for the kid and her family. I mean, you want to see young people achieve and achieve their goals. And, this is something that she's worked hard for all her life. It's something she spent time talking to her dad about as a child and as a young adult. And so, we're super excited for her, and I'm happy for her and her mom. And, we'll be here to be their biggest fans. I'm here to help any way I can. But you're excited for her, because I know that's where her aspirations are and her heart is. And hey, I couldn't be happier for her.
When you look at this Iowa State team, what is your impression of the job Bill's done over there with 3 freshmen, pretty big contributors on that team? And how does that kind of set up the future of this conference? Because we expect Baylor to not be going anywhere, and y'all are on the rise. But I'd imagine a team that has 3 freshman contributors going to be sticking around for a bit.
Yeah, I mean, those 3 are really special. And, of course, he's got the leading scorer in the conference on his team, and I think she's the 5th leading rebounder. And so, I mean, it's a very good team. And, Bill's got his system, and it's been so successful for him throughout the course of his career. And so, I mean, I have tremendous respect and admiration for him and his staff and his team. And you got to love the way they play, how hard they play. But again, I think he'd say the same thing I've said. He'd like to have them another month, because their chemistry has gotten better. Their plan has gotten clearer. They're executing much better. And they've added some things to their offensive game that I think really increases the difficulty of defending them. So, he's somebody that's won a whole bunch of games in his career, and he just, it's because he's good at what he does. So we're going to have to play well. There's no question about it. And, it's going to start on the defensive end for us.
And do you get a sense with this team that they have put kind of the craziness of how last season ended? I know you guys got to at least go through your conference tournament at Mississippi State, but this is a team where everything went down the day before they're supposed to do their opener. So the people who are back, and even Kyra too, have they put that behind them, or is that kind of still the ability to try to make up for lost time? Is that still a carrot for them?
I don't know. I just think we're all planning to play, and that's kind of been our focus. And, I don't think it enters our mind that, what happened last year. I mean, that's a year ago. I think everybody's encouraged by what's going on across the country with, the numbers coming down and hospitalizations down. And again, what I've imparted to my team is, look, we've worked really hard all year long to be healthy. Now is not the time to let your guard down. I know what the rules are. I know they're going to let people take their mask off in town, but I don't want them doing that, because we have a lot to play for still. You have this tournament, you got the NCAA tournament. So, we certainly don't want to have a situation come up and now it affect us in either one of these tournaments. So really just trying to get them to again, stay aware and stay focused.
Anything else for Coach Hill? All right, thank you.
I'd like to add something for you guys, if you don't mind. I'm really proud of our 4 kids that made the all-conference team, and I think it's a direct result of everyone in this program and their hard work and commitment to getting better. And it's not easy. New coach, new system, new way of doing things, new way of of responsibility and accountability. And I'm just really, really proud of our entire team, and for those kids to receive those recognitions. Charlie, unanimous first team on the all defensive team, Joe, Celeste, Kyra, honorable mention. we lead the conference in turnovers and turnover margin, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm a little miffed that I don't have a guard on that team, quite honestly. I mean, Celeste Taylor's second in the conference in turnover in steals at 2.23 and has had some really big games. And, obviously we press and really play hard on that end. And, I'm a little miffed that we don't have a guard on that team, because I think we certainly have, a couple of them that warrant that. But, really, really proud of our kids again. I don't think the national media understand the numbers that Charlie has put up against 2 and 3 people a night. Unless you watch us, y'all do, but unless you watch us every day, every night play, that kid doesn't get any one-on-one looks. And when, I saw an All-American, couple All-American teams that came out today, and there's people on that team that they don't have near her numbers. And I know they don't do it. 2 and 3 people hanging on them every night. I'm disappointed, to say the least, because I think Charlie is more than deserving. I mean, she has more double doubles than anybody in the country except a guard at Troy University in the Sun Belt, if I'm not mistaken. And it makes no sense to me. And I'm disappointed. Y'all can tell I'm a little bothered by it. And, it's all our kids, anything they get, they deserve. And because they work really hard. Nobody knows how hard these kids work except us. Y'all hadn't been to one of my practices, so y'all don't really know either how hard they work in practice. But I can tell you they work hard, and y'all watch them play, y'all know they play really hard. And it's just, you can tell I'm a little bothered today because of what I think is some real, I just don't think people are paying attention. And I don't think it's right. And again, I think I'm proud of our kids. I think they deserve everything that they've earned. At the same time, I think people need to really understand and pay attention to what's going on at Texas. And again, really, we have some really special kids. And I wanted to say that because I'm a little bit disappointed. And you guys can do your homework. You can look up what I'm talking about and compare apples to apples and numbers to numbers. And it ain't right. And again, if nobody fights for my kids, ain't nobody going to fight for them. So I'm going to fight for them. And I'm extremely disappointed. And so that being said, I appreciate you guys. Y'all have been great. We'll see how long we can play this year. It's a great time of year. It's an exciting time of year. My kids had a great workout this morning. They really were focused and played with a lot of, practiced with a lot of purpose. So as always, I'm excited to see them play tomorrow, and hopefully we're going to play good for you guys, and you'll have another story and another game to cover the next day. But thank you for your time today, and praise the Lord and hook 'em.